Hey guys, before we get started today, just wanted to say, hey, subscribe. Help us reach 25,000 subscribers. That would be pretty cool. We're trying to get there before the end of the year. Hello friends, Adam here with FED. So we have a nice little 14-second bit of footage from Fire Emblem Engage. It is in Japanese because it comes from the Fire Emblem Japanese Twitter account. And because it's the Fire Emblem Japanese Twitter account, number one, it's on Twitter, and I know not everyone uses Twitter, right? And it's also on the Japanese account, so I'm sure not everyone saw it. I wanted to just show it off here and then give you some thoughts on some of the cool things that we learned from it. Because there actually are, from this 14 seconds, we do learn some cool stuff. So let's just watch it together first, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so I get it. It seems fairly innocuous, right? There's not a whole lot happening, but trust me, there's a lot to go over here. So first things first, the movement is something that I noticed right away. Watch closely to how Alir moves right here. Do you see that? How it's not one long fluid movement like we're used to in Fire Emblem when you select a space to go to. He very clearly stops on this tile and then pivots and then goes to this tile, right? There's a solid stop there for a second. And I think this is an indication that the movement, the way you move units, or at least an option for moving units, is going to be more freeform. Kind of like what they did with the Warriors style movement in Three Houses if you zoomed in, except it's just going to be still from up top and not be janky like it is there. I think this is actually going to be a pretty fun and fluid way to control your characters. It's just going to be a free movement instead of being click the character, click the tile they move to. They'll probably still be able to do that. I doubt they'll get rid of that entirely, but it's still, this is a fun little addition in my opinion. I don't know if I'll use it. We'll see how it feels when it comes out, but I think it's cool. The next thing I noticed right away is the map design. I really like the map here. You have, it's very small unless there's a lot of stuff going on up north, but even if it is, it's more like it's like two separate maps kind of feeling with the way it's blocked off, and I doubt it really. But it's obviously some map where you're having to rescue some green units. You see you have Alir and Vander at the bottom of the map, as with blue health bars and blue circles, and at the top of the map there's Frame or Frame or however you say her name, and then the green mage boy is up there as well, and they're both green units with their green health bars. And you know, traditionally in Fire Emblem, green units are ones not controlled by the player, but they're allies. So it's obvious that you're trying to rescue them. You can see that the three brigands that are lower on the map are all facing towards Alir and Xander. Sorry, not Xander, Vander. And we see that the one at the top, closer to the green units, is facing them. So indicating that he is like going to attack them, right? So that is how it's pretty obvious to know that this is going to be some sort of rescue mission here, which is fun. I like different mission objectives like that. I also like the size of the map. I like that it's smaller. It feels really conducive to the smaller movement that this game's going to have. Again, it's very similar to Three Houses, where 4 movement is kind of the standard early game, and I'm sure it'll get closer to 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 with your mounted units later on. The Three Houses had this problem where the maps started off kind of big, and they were always kind of big, and that little small movement felt really limiting and slow. But with a map size like this, I think it works. So I'm excited to see that. And another thing we see is terrain. The terrain looks actually like easy to tell what it is. That's the worst thing about Three Houses terrain, is that when you look at it, you don't necessarily know what gives you a void and what just happens to be an empty space that kind of has trees around it. Prime example of this is chapter 14 of most of the routes in Three Houses, not Crimson Flower, but all the other ones, where there's this patch over on the right side of the map that is just like, it looks like it's all forest, but there's like random tiles here and there that are just plains tiles that don't give you any avoid bonus, and that can really mess you up, right? Here it is very obvious which tiles are going to give you a void, which ones you can move into that'll give you a void. And then it clearly says in the top corner that it's plus 30 evade. Again, I don't read Japanese, so it could say something different, but that's probably what it is. Yeah, big fan of this map design right here. Simple, but effective. I like it. All right, let's watch into the crit now. All right, sorry. Let me do this again here. All right, so again, confirmation that crits are 3 times damage. So the crit is applied after attack is decreased from defense, right? So 27, 9 times 3 is 27, right? So that's cool. I do like that when they don't do the whole thing where the character's 2D art pans across the screen with like some sparks around it, you know, for the critical animation. I'm a big fan of just zooming in on the character, especially when they look good. And like, I understand, like, you say what you will about the model and like the hair design choice, but like, technically it doesn't look bad to look up close to it. You know what I mean? Like 3 houses, you kind of got close to some textures and are like, oh my gosh. And this is kind of a lower res version of the video because I had to download it, you know. But I do like that they zoom in here. I think that looks good. Then we see nice critical attack, just some little spins there. I think that's a good balance between the like groundedness of the critical attacks from like 3 houses where they felt honestly kind of boring, and the over-the-top craziness that you see in like the GBA games. I think it's a good mix, and it hits that balance pretty well. Another thing is the music change. So it's this is confirmation that we have again, we're having the music ablaze theme kind of going on, where you had it started Awakening, right, where they had a map theme, and then when you went into a battle, it was like a more intense version of the map theme for the battle music. So it obviously happens right here if you listen. Yeah, you know, you have like stronger instruments, like brass instruments coming in and doing stuff. The drums get a little louder and stronger. The beats hit the beats a little harder, which is cool. Big fan of that. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool things here. One more that I want to look at though, right here. This is it. We see that Alir gets some experience. So it was plus however many, and it's a countdown. So it counts down the experience. It's not, it's like that's, so he doesn't have 84. He needs 84 more to get the level up, which, and this could just because it's early in the game. Could be just because it's early, but I like this, that it's only 100 experience for the level up. If you remember 3 houses, the experience totals for level ups changed every level up. It got higher and higher and higher, and I hate that. But here, it looks like he needs 100 experience to get the level up, and then he gets experience and it counts it down. So I'm hoping that it's 100 experience per level up in this game. I prefer that, personally. That'd be really nice. Also, we see SP here. It doesn't go up at all, but I wonder if there's going to be certain events or certain enemy kills that give you SP, so that's here, and like it warrants having it being tracked with the experience, right? And I think this also like lends credence to the idea that SP is like skill points that you can spend to upgrade your class skills or upgrade or obtain new skills in general. So just some little gameplay things here. I really hope that 100 experience isn't just for the first level up. I hope that sticks around for the entire game, but that obviously we'll have to just wait and see. So yeah, I'll let the trailer play one more time, just so you guys can watch it one more time here. I'm actually pretty, and by trailer I mean this like little gameplay snippet. I'm pretty happy with what we see here. Pretty happy. It's basic things, but I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. The UI looks clean. The animations look snappy. The game just looks good, man. The game just looks good. It's a nice, refreshing look for Fire Emblem to have after 3 houses felt a little janky, if I'm going to be honest. So this is exciting. Anyways, thanks for watching, friends. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you mind helping us do that, that'd be great. And I will catch you next time, friends.